just stand and raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, state your name for the record, please.
Evelyn White.
Mark Edwards.
Melissa Ward.
Okay, thank you. So by statute, the purpose of a determination of clarity hearing is to determine that each reason given for each recall petition is factual and of sufficient clarity to enable the officer whose recall is being sought and the electors to identify the conduct that is the basis of the recall. So I will start by reading the recall petition that, number 1, and that is as follows. We, the undersigned, registered and qualified voters of the Township of Briley, in the County of Montmorency and State of Michigan, petition for the calling of an election to recall Evelyn White from the office of trustee for the following reasons. On December 14th, 2022, Evelyn White voted to increase bulk water rates from $65 per 5,000 gallons to $175 per 5,000 gallons. She made the motion and voted yes on the increase. It was a 5-0 for approval. And that is the extent of the petition. Mr. Is it Edwards, is that correct?
It is.
If you have anything to add or to say to the board?
No, just that in studying this and studying what recall petitions were done, the law was changed in 2012 by Governor Snyder then. It has to be factual, it has to be short, it has to be understandable to anybody who had a petition out. It can't be argumentative. So we're pretty well limited to what we can say.
Correct.
So all we're saying is she voted yes and made the motion so that, or she just voted yes. And she made the motion and voted yes.
And the question I had, because it's not in the minutes, is you referenced that the bulk water rate was $65 per 5,000 gallons. How did you discover that rate or know that rate?
Well, actually, I listened to the meeting. We had somebody recording it. We listened to the meeting. It was a long session. It was 20 minutes long. And I've been a trustee myself for over 20 years. And whenever you make a motion, and I put that in there for clarity, and whether you're increasing or decrease, you don't just say, we're making a motion for this amount. What are you making it from? So I just put that for clarity. It was from 63. Although the supervisor said it was 65, the supervisor said it was 63. Doesn't really matter. The point is, it's almost a 300% increase. So why don't you get some context to it?
Okay, well, it matters in terms of being factual. That's why I'm asking how you came up with that rate, or if that is the actual rate prior to that motion.
It was from the actual meeting. Listening to the minutes.
Okay. Any questions? Okay.
Well, actually, I do have one question. Do you remember who stated that as the rate?
Ken Warner, supervisor. And the rate he stated was 63. But it was also stated at another time it was 65. So as I said, it's not material, but it was a substantial increase is all I'm trying to get. And again, if we're handing this to voters, they're going to say, well, how is 175 doing anything without any context? So I just wanted to make sure there was some context there without comment.
Okay. Ms. White, is there anything you'd like to add?
This is clear and it is factual that I did make that motion. I did ask for the bulk water rates to be increased to more accurately cover the cost of big companies coming in and getting our water from our systems, because I don't feel that our residents should be paying more for water than businesses who are making money off our water. I felt it was necessary to protect our system, so if anything were broken or damaged, that we at least had a little bit that we could fall back on to fix or repair. So in fact,
petition is meeting the requirements that it be factual and clear.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the petition has been approved. Okay, the next petition is a determination of clarity that was sponsored by Melissa Ward as to Evelyn White, a trustee of Riley Township, and that petition states as follows. We, the undersigned, registered and qualified voters of the Township of Briley in the County of Montmorency and State of Michigan, petition for the calling of an election to recall Evelyn White from the office of trustee for the following reasons. On 1/25/2023, trustee White voted on the following: amended zoning, marijuana, motion by Clerk Lamar, seconded by Treasurer Werner, to approve zoning amendment 2022-07, roll call, Treasurer Werner, yes, Clerk Lamar, is that correct? Lamar, yes, Supervisor Werner, no, Trustee White, yes, Trustee South, yes, motion carried 4-1. Anything, Ms. Ward, that you would like to say on behalf of your petition?
Yes, on the minutes, I got a copy of the minutes yesterday, and the zoning permit was not even issued until this month, which there was a building permit that's posted on the building from 2022. So in the minutes, on the second page, it says zoning amendments. Clerk Lamar attended Montmorency County Board of Commissioners meeting on 1/19. After much discussion, they waived the 30-day right of review on 2022-08. Motion by Trustee White, was she actually, I didn't know that she had made the motion actually to approve this zoning amendment, but she did, okay? And then it was seconded by Supervisor Werner to approve zoning amendment 2208. Roll call, and everybody else, and it was carried 5-0. Okay, so that shows you that, you know, what she's voting for without knowing the details, without researching the, I did research yesterday, and I'm new to this area, and I don't know a lot about law, I don't know, I mean, I'm not really smart on this stuff because I'm not in the position that she's in, but my feelings is for the community. The community actually voted away from a lot of things, and with her voting one way and another way, it just doesn't seem like that she's the right candidate for her to be in the position that she's in.
Melissa,
You know,
may I
basically, the community voted her in to do a position, and it's been, you know, back and forth. So I'm concerned about the community, making sure that we have what is our desire, okay, from a community standpoint. So I'm sorry if I went on too long. Yeah.
Today's a good day to clarify. Is there any questions?
No, but I guess I'm confused by what motion we're talking about, only because her petition cites 2022-07, but yet she referenced a 2022-08.
Right.
I'm kind of confused.
But that's not in the recall petition, so your recall petition is only related to the motion that was filed or entered on, in the minutes on January 25th of 2023, correct?
Like I say, it's confusing to me, and how can we trust a person that's gonna vote right if there's so much
Yeah,
confusion?
but I mean, that's not what your recall petition is about. Your recall petition is only that she voted yes on January 25th.
Right, which was
To
true.
2022-07. So, in terms of the petition, is that what you intend for it to say? And are you satisfied with it as presented?
Which meaning,
You talked about other things that she did, but that's not what your petition's about. It's only
Okay.
about that particular date of January 25th, 2023, and the specific motion related to the amended zoning marijuana. just making sure, cause your statement was related to other things. But the
Well,
petition is
because I
specific.
didn't know about the minutes. I did not research until yesterday about these minutes.
And do you still wanna proceed on what's currently in your recall?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Ms. White, anything would you like to say?
The petition is clear and it is factual. I don't disagree with that. The petition is in regards to the marijuana, zoning, accepting that for the 2207 zoning amendment. And so that is clear and factual. The second zoning amendment has to do with the zoning change over on Airport Road and has absolutely zero to do with marijuana, just so that you know that, Melissa. So to help you clarify what you're thinking, 2207 and 2208 are two different areas, they're two different subjects, they're two different things. And so I am very well versed in what I was voting on. I did vote on the Marijuana Act, or the marijuana zoning, and I did vote in approval and support of that.
Okay, thank you. Any questions of this one? So in discussion, I do have the wording from the minutes of the Raleigh Township Hall from January 25th. Just to be consistent, do you have a motion?
Sure, I'll make a motion to accept the recall petition, sponsored by Melissa Ward.
Do you have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Nay.
And one opposed, 2 in favor and 1 opposed. Okay, so the petition has passed. Okay, so that completes the determination of clarity portion of the hearing. You could stay seated where you are, or you can move or leave, whatever you choose to do. We're gonna complete the hearing and discuss resolution 2023-01 to temporarily consolidate borders residing in the